Hello there YouTube, it's Teaspoon here. Welcome back to another video, and obviously from the title you can tell we're going to be reviewing the Nintendo Switch. Now this is kind of a late video, I mean kind of like 3 years late, considering the console has been out for that period of time. But these are actually new Switches. So in 2019 Nintendo actually did a reboot kind of the actual console. So the old Switches have a different colored box compared to this one. So yeah, it's usually white instead of the red, but I do actually have a lot of features inside of this. I got actually kind of a bundle. So we've got I know for a fact that we have like a carrying case and things like that along with the actual console. But so we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. But yeah, so starting off, we have the packaging. So, I always like to, whenever I do these reviews, I like to kind of analyze each little thing. So, I think that Nintendo could have done a little better on the packaging. I mean, like, you probably can't see it, but, like, if you actually, like, look very, very closely, you can kind of see those, like, lines. And I think that comes from, like, I don't know, it kind of looks like assembly line, or, like, not, like, assembly line, but, like, conveyor belt lines. So, like, not the cleanest, sleekest thing, but we're really focusing on the console. So, we've got some pretty simple instructions here, and very, very sleek boxing. So that's a cool thing. We actually got the tablet itself, so it's kind of interesting to me why they separated it like that. So we're going to go ahead and get this out. And then we're going to set that to the side for the moment. So let me just take that out. And inside of that, we do have the carrying case, I believe. I believe that's what this is. So let's go ahead and we'll just pass that to the side. Later on, we will do a few test runs. So this is just the actual unboxing of the console itself, but we do have a few flagship games like Super Mario Smash Bros. Or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is a very, very fun game. I used to play a whole lot, but yeah, so, ooh, very, very, very cool case. I'm gonna go ahead and open this and see. Now, I kind of already know that it's just going to be a very basic case, but the actual, like, the way that it's stuck there, wasn't the most appealing thing. And so, like, I'm guessing that, like, right here is where you're actually supposed to put the console or your games or whatever, and then your Joy-Cons and stuff like that. So, very, very cool case. Nice, sleek design. Very, very protective against the weather. It's got a kind of like the watery protection. Not saying that you should go swimming with your Switch or anything, but, if, say, you got rain or something on the case while you were, like, transporting it, it wouldn't be the worst thing. So, case, pretty cool. I think that it's definitely one of the cool things to pick up if you're getting a Switch. And let's go ahead and dive back into the box here. So underneath that, we actually have, we've got quite a bit of stuff, so go ahead and get rid of this packaging. Probably shouldn't have done that. So next we have this looks like our dock cable, I think. I'm really not sure what this is at the moment. I know that the Switch does utilize the USB Type-C cable for charging and for the dock, I believe. We've got some instruction booklets, which we won't need because, yeah, we've got our code for the online, which we're just gonna go ahead and set all these little booklets and pamphlets and stuff to the side because that's really not necessary at the moment. And then we actually have a little console adapter thing. So right here. I'll get later into this whenever we actually do one of the game runs, but this is actually an adapter for the Joy-Cons. This way you can get more of a standardized like controller feel. Like say like you're coming from a DualShock 4 controller or something like that, then it won't be as bad. I mean, it's a little bit smaller, I think, compared to the DualShock 4 or like the Xbox. Definitely a lot smaller than the Xbox. Those are known to be beefy controllers. But we also have an HDMI cable, which is really useful if you're hooking it up to your TV. And then, as usual, we have our charging cable. Alright, so that looks to be it, except we do actually have... Oh, and this is the actual dock itself. So, but we're not going to go into that. I'm going to go ahead and boot the console on. We're going to go ahead and get the unboxing out of the way, or the box out of the way. And as far as the actual device it goes, so very, very easy to get out. Very, very hefty. I like the feel of it, for sure. Definitely very sleek. Now actually, I kind of regret doing this, but I should have actually picked up a screen protector, which I really didn't think of. Not to say that like the screen or whatever is very fragile for the console, but like I personally think that you should just get a screen protector for all your devices. So first we got the Joy-Cons. Very, very clicky. I like the feel of them. Very nice. This little sensor, a lot of people don't know this, but the actual sensor itself for the Switch is actually embedded into the controller. It's like an RI or an IR tracker, so you can actually, you know, do some hand motion stuff. Like I think there's like a quick draw game or something like that. So very, very nice controls. Let me go ahead and pull out the... I'm honestly not too sure what color this is. Let me know in the comments what color you think this is. But I'm gonna say that it's pink. Honestly, with the lighting, like to me, it kind of looks a little orange. It looks like a weird pinkish, like a sunrise orange. But like I definitely think that it's pink. I think that it's like neon pink or something like that. When you compare it to the blue, it looks very, very pinkish, I'll say. So if we go ahead and we just pop these into the little adapter there. As you can tell, not too hard to do. We can go ahead and do it with the blue one as well. A little hard to get first try, personally. And you got to make sure that you do actually, you know, hear that click. It feels actually surprisingly comfortable. Like, coming from somebody who's used a controller all their life, it feels very, very comfortable. A lot of people think that it's just unnatural. And I kind of thought that it was just very unnatural feeling. The way that it's laid out. Obviously, people coming from Xbox are going to be a lot more comfortable to this controller versus people coming from PlayStation because of the way that the controller is laid out. And obviously, so like right here, this is actually your D-pad, so nothing strange. Now the controls, the actual layout is a bit different. It's classic Nintendo style, so B-A-Y-X. Same order that has been for several years. And then you have your left and right triggers, which I think are LZ and ZR or something like that. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way and get straight into the console. Yo, what is good? Welcome back. And as you can tell, I do have my Switch completely set up. The cool thing about this is I can actually show you some gameplay and really how it performs and the full breakdown. As you can tell, I do have a TV behind me. So we're going to be transitioning, and I'm going to show you one really, really cool thing about the Switch that no console can do. And I'm obviously talking about the Switch part. Simply just docking the Switch and it instantly transferring. Obviously, there is ways to change that, like if you just want to manually have to walk up and turn it on. There is ways to change that in the settings, but we're going to be focusing on the performance side of this for now. So if we go ahead and we head into the game that I want to test first. Now, I know that a lot of you might not play this game, but this game is still a very, very useful game for benchmarking, I think. So as you can tell, we just launched the game, and compared to loading times on like PlayStation or PC, I think that it ranks up pretty well, especially versus PC, because a lot of lower end PCs might load about this speed, maybe a little bit quicker, you know, because of RAM and all of that. But as you can tell, we load straight into the game, and as soon as we load in, we actually get spammed with a bunch of items. But, you know, considering that just happened, that can give me another thing to talk about. So when you do launch games like this, if you play on another platform, like I constantly play on PC, you're going to get flooded with items. This can cause a little bit of lag, so that's not the best thing, but it's not going to crash your Switch. A lot of people that I know play on Xbox, and their console will just crash for no reason, specifically in tournaments, which is not a good time to have your device crash. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and head into training so you can see how the game runs. But as you can tell, you know, very, very nice. The game runs quite nicely, and if you're coming from like any other platform, it's you're not really at a disadvantage, especially if you're brand new. You're definitely not at a disadvantage. Everything that you need to be good at the game is right here. You've got your consoles, or your console itself, and then you've got built-in controllers. Now, that's what I really, really like about the Switch, because you can take it anywhere you want to go. And once you're done, you can go ahead, close the little back, like that. So let's say you had it docked or something. You can go ahead, walk up. Okay, so as I was saying, once you are done, and if you want to dock it, you can go ahead, disconnect your controllers, or your Joy-Cons as they're professionally called or named. You can take your handy-dandy Switch, you can just walk up to your TV or whatever you have your dock connected to, plug it in, and it'll pretty much instantly switch. The weird thing about it is you got to make sure that obviously you're on the right input for your TV. As you can tell, it just instantly switched, so that was really, really nice. It's just so interesting to me how it can do that, because there's not a console on the market, maybe other than the Alienware battleship thing that is coming out. I'm not really sure. Oh, it's called the UFO. Sorry about that if I offended anybody. But yeah, so basically once you get onto your monitor, same as normal, you can instantly just, you know, continue to play or whatever you were doing before. And it pretty much looks the same. Now, from my personal experience, it does seem that you get a better frame rate regardless of whatever game you're playing. Especially in games like Super Smash Bros. Now, I think it's kind of tied between like mobile and whether you're playing on like a monitor. Obviously, if you're playing on a monitor, you're going to have an advantage because of the refresh rate on the actual screen. But if you're playing on like a TV, I think it's going to be kind of tied between handheld mode, desktop mode, or the TV, obviously. As far as other games, there's nothing really bad about it. Minecraft, it's simply the best mobile version of the game that you can get. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've played Minecraft, and if you come from a different platform, it is going to be very frustrating at first. Like, if you're a diehard, like, Minecraft player, don't get the Switch. Unless you want to, like, configure all your keys and all of that. Because it is completely, it's, like, remapped, basically. It's remapped to the traditional Nintendo style, so BAXY, as mentioned before. And, yeah, it's just a little bit different. You can get tons of free games on here. The Nintendo eShop, it's got loads of things to offer. Not trying to sell you anything here, but there's a lot of good games. There's Mario Kart. I think the big thing that is going to drive you to get a Nintendo Switch in 2021 is the exclusives. Now, there has been a confirmed announcement somewhere in the books about something called the Nintendo Switch U, which is the like revival of the Switch, kind of. It's like a pro model, supposedly, and it's gonna, like, basically the only thing that it provides is like better frames. So, and most of the games that you're gonna play, it's really not gonna do a whole lot. There's gonna be like slightly more graphical processing power, which is not really a big deal. But Nintendo is releasing new games constantly. So we've got Mario Golf, which is a fan favorite for a long time, which is coming this summer. So that's really good. You've got Monster Hunter. You got tons and tons of games. So I think it really comes down to what type of games you want to play and how you want to play them. I personally think that it is definitely worth it. If you can get lucky enough to get the one that I got, which came with the carrying case, it'll give you more room to buy games on a budget, and it's just definitely safe to have a case. So, yeah. But, summary, if you're looking for really just another game console, or trying to get into Super Smash Bros. Or something like that, and you don't know where to start, I would probably pick up a Switch or wait till the new one comes out. It's really up to you, but the current Switch is kind of lower priced because of, the new one supposedly coming out and all of that. But, yeah, I hope that you guys really like this video, and if you did, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe. I know I've been gone for quite a while, and I know I always say that I'll just, upload constantly and stuff, but that just seems to never happen because of school and everything else. But hope that you guys have a good 2021. Sorry I didn't get to make a New Year's video like I usually do. Late, of course, as I usually do. But yeah, so I will have an Oculus Quest video coming out pretty soon. So make sure that you do subscribe and don't miss that one because it's very, very interesting. Yeah. And lots of you seem to like the keyboard that I have in the background of my videos now. So I can do a review on that if you guys are interested. Just let me know. But yeah. Peace out, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.